Kaplan America. I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. Let's start with the bad news first. Well, it's been raining for weeks here in Connecticut, and we have a 100% chance of rain tomorrow. So everybody that was coming to the 500cc shootout from Pennsylvania and Massachusetts and Southern Connecticut, they all bailed because they don't want to destroy their vintage 500s in the mud. So, but look, the good news is Jesus has shining down the sun like you wouldn't believe here today. It's about 80 degrees. It's beautiful out. We're right here in the city of Rockville, so we're going to do our own shootout right here with just the crew from Kaplan Cycles. So stay tuned. It's going to be pretty wild. We're going to start with this 85 CR500, which is arguably the fastest Honda CR ever made. This is the first year model. They were detuned every year after that. This particular one has a hot rod engine in it. It's been bored, and the cylinder has been decked and ported, and the head squish band has been lowered, so it has extremely high compression. It has we just did a compression test on it. It's got 175 psi, and it's a bear to start, but when you get it going, it absolutely rips. So we figured we'd let Junior start it because I don't want to break my foot. So gotta go past TDC. You can just pop start it. Thing sounds nasty. This is a hot rodded 85 CR500. It's no joke. This one, the cylinder's polished on it. It's got custom oversized aluminum radiators. This thing's nasty. The engine's been polished inside and out and just rebuilt. I'm gonna drive by. What? Beast, man. What a fucking awesome machine.
I saw you doing a wheelie.
This thing is an absolute beast, man. What a rush. Brings back memories. Frankly, I don't remember my 86 being this fast, probably because it wasn't. But I'm telling you straight up, if you're a good amateur rider or an expert rider and you don't win on this bike against modern equipment, it's you, man, because this thing's got all kinds of motor. And I guess one of my biggest regrets as a motocrosser was switching to the YZ400 4-strokes and not staying on the CR500s because they were never as fast as this. And it's just so much fun. And you know, back then I was a aspiring pro motocrosser and supercrosser, so I wanted the latest, greatest, but I should have just stuck on these because they are awesome. This particular bike, it came from a good friend of ours, Marty, who was a CR500 collector. You might have seen in the video. He rolled up in his jacked up Hummer and 3 CR500s and a KX500 and a CR500 engine. We bought from him a whole lot of these. He's he was a retired military pilot for the Marines, and he wouldn't tell us too much more than that, but he didn't want to be filmed. But in any event, he was a cool guy, and I liked him right from Jump Street because he's into the same stuff we're into. But anyways, he built these bikes. This is exactly the way we got them from him. This particular one, as you can see, the cylinder has been sanded down and polished. The inside has been bored to 89.5 millimeter. I'm not sure how many cc's that is. Stock, they're 494. I believe it's over 500. It might be a 502. I don't know. I have to do the math. He left the stock exhaust on it, which is awesome. It really, really takes off like a rocket ship. And he cleaned up the ports on the inside, and he also had the head and the cylinder head milled to raise the compression. So I don't know exactly what the compression ratio is up, but this is one of the hardest kicking 500s we started. We ran a compression test on it. It's pulling 175 PSI, so this is not a bike you want to start in your sneakers. This thing is an absolute beast. So it's got these stock side panels. I believe these are even the factory bars on it. Looks like it's got a new front fender on it. The seat is in beautiful condition. It has a seat cover on it. The rear fender is in beautiful shape, which is a rare thing on these because they flipped over so much. The swing arm looks good. The rear wheel bearings are nice and tight, as are the lower linkage bearings. Got a little bit of play on it, but that's pretty much standard. Not surprised. The chain and sprockets on it are in excellent condition. The bike is an absolute freaking rocket ship, exactly the way it is. You don't need to do anything to it. It's got a new air filter in it. Chris Kelly, our Dirt Bike Wizard. Dirt Bike Wizard, is this Dirt Bike Wizard certified?
Yes.
You went through it, you did the air filter, and what else did you do?
Gear lube, air filter, plug, clean out the air box.
Compression test.
Compression test, yep. Moved all the cables. I cleaned up the front brakes because they were sticking a little bit. It was pretty good. It wasn't too bad.
So the bike's all there. I always recommend checking the frame rails on these because they do get dents. This one here, this side is in what I would call good to excellent condition. It's got a couple small dings on it. You could easily have those filled in with by brazing, with brazing or lead. If you wanted to make it a museum piece and strip it down. The frame's been spray painted with a rust preventative coating. It's not a professional paint job on the frame. So she's no beauty queen, but she looks great from 10 feet. This side also has got a dent in the bottom of the frame, which is real standard. I guarantee you 9 out of 10 you look at will have that first time you take it off road. So the original pegs are in good condition, as is the brake. Kickstarter's in nice shape. As you know, these engines are bringing $3 grand alone on eBay. This bike here, we're going to set it for a low reserve. We'll let the market determine what it's worth. But I
just wanted to know, a good friend of mine, his name's Todd. He's been searching for an 88 frame for us, and he's probably sent us over closer to 20 links to 88 frames for sale, and not a single one has been kind of up to par with the build that we wanted to do. So it's almost unobtainium to find
unless you find the
500 steel frame.
A steel frame without dents is extremely hard to find, or dings. You basically have to find a new one. Swing arm's got a ding on this side too. In light of wanting to give full disclosure, there is a ding here. The baffle looks to be in great shape. The side covers are in great shape. The tank is real nice, as are the side covers. It also has aluminum GPI style radiators. These are oversized radiators, so it'll run nice and cool. Check these out, oversized aluminum radiators. And you've got your polished cylinder head along with the polished cylinder jug. And it's got the Keihin flat side carb.
Did you go over the engine rebuild?
What's that?
The notes on the engine rebuild?
Already went over it. Yep, 89.5 it was bored over. Okay. And new base gasket, new head gasket, new spark plug, new exhaust gasket, new intake gasket, new air filter. Carb's been cleaned. He did paint the cases when he had it off. He used a rust preventative coating on the cases. Again, not a show quality paint job on the engine, but hey, it looks great. It's nice and shiny. The thing runs like an absolute rocket ship. Marty was a rider. He built his bikes to ride, and he loved his CRs, and he's just getting up there in years, wanted to sell them, so we bought the whole batch from him. So if you have any questions about it, give us a call, 860-454-7024. you can't go wrong with a CR500, that's for sure. This thing's an absolute rocket ship. So good luck bidding on it. God bless America.